Hey, what's up, guys? Xenon Great here. I've previously done a video on the Demon Soldiers, but recently, there's been updates and various other things when it comes to Guild War. So we're gonna have a little chat about these guys once again. Now, the guys that I would definitely focus on is the Archer. These Axe Slaughterers, they do an absolutely crazy damage. Typically take out tanks. Um, Previously, any guy just could not take out tanks. But now they've actually buffed some of these dudes to do enough damage, which is super nice. But you can see most of the guys that I have my... Let me turn down the music. I don't know if it's too loud. But most of the guys that I have paired up or affiliated are top tier. Um, Captain Maw, or Demon Captain Maw. I do have him affiliated with my best Lord. Yes, he's Awakened 3, which I wish I had other Lords, but I I mean I have a couple here. But I just keep pulling Twin Fiend. Okay, I've had enough of him. But anyways, Demon Captain Maw, originally he was insane, and then they nerfed him, so he was trash. But now I feel like he's kind of meh. Basically, if they don't kill him fast enough, so if they don't have enough DPS on their team, then he's gonna murder everyone. He has this massive AoE he does. I think it's this. Deals massive true damage to one enemy. No, where is it? Oh, this. So summons bone spikes to deal massive damage to heroes within 2 tiles. And so this guy, he blows up the area, typically taking out the damage dealers along with the fighters behind the defenders. Um, Hobo will work for food. Yeah, he's pretty up there. You can only use him 3 times, by the way. Reason being, they figure he's too strong, which I don't agree with. I don't think he's too strong. I don't agree with the limitation on him because sometimes I don't even use him. I just don't think he's worth it all the time. As for this guy kind of acts as my tank that I initially send out to bait all of the enemies to attack. He just does some good damage and also has a lot of health. And then, of course, the mages, these guys, the bookkeepers, they have an effect where they attack someone, but then they also deal damage to the adjacent heroes. So they do AoE damage, and as you can see, handling clustered enemies. So those defenses where you got like a defender like Olag in front, and then you have a fighter such as Arrogance or even Valeria behind, and they do a lot of damage. But what you do is you send both of these guys out at a single time by saving up to 10 energy. You send out one in the back, and then you send out one as the other one walks on top of them, and they'll both launch their attack at the exact same time, thus taking out the fighter behind the defender without a healer being able to heal them. And even if the healer gets one heal off of them, usually the second attack from these mages will kill. I haven't had much luck using these guys. I've seen various people use them, but I'm not a big fan. Air units, just overall, I'm not a big fan of either. Maybe I just don't see enough, teams where I can use them. Because most of the teams I go against have Valkyra or Silas or Setram, just so many guys that are anti-air, and it sucks. Especially now since, Boreas, various other heroes can hit anti-air. So I don't find anti-air very useful, or air units in general. The archers, like I said, these guys you want to watch out for. If your enemy, has... I'm going to show you. So we have a thing happening right now. Okay, so if your enemy has a hero, like a defender, in the front here, but then where Boreas is, if they have a Boreas there, and no defender out here, and you send out the archers will target Boreas before they target the defender, because he sticks out further. And what's nice is that they can take out the damage dealer, so they can kind of snipe him away. Here, it's this guy is smart because he put a defender up front so the archers will get distracted. You can kind of see my team down here. Those doggies are the next one I'm going to talk about. These dogs, they are great for overloading the enemy. They're fast, but also they have decent health, I'd say. I mean, over 500,000 is pretty good. But I actually have my best affiliate on them because I want them to survive when they run to the other side, to the crystal. Typically, I'll take out the fighter and the fighter behind the defender, and then I'll send out 2 waves of these guys, the dogs. And you can see I can get 6 units out at a time if I have 10 total energy. And it's ridiculous that they overload and then destroy the crystal. This guy, the shaman, I'm not a big fan of. He doesn't heal enough. Not very useful in my opinion. Maybe he gets better when you enhance him more, but I don't use him. Like I said, Axe Slaughter is fantastic. Crazy damage. Typically take out your defenders. Scourges. Now, I'm not too sure about these guys. I put someone on them, but I think they are the ones that have the red circle around them. But the guy that I want to talk about is this guy, Necromancer. So they added this guy at some point recently, and he summons skeleton fighters. So although you deploy 1 unit, he also can summon multiple units. And what's super interesting that I had no idea about, when you have this guy, the Necromancer, he can sometimes spawn skeletons in this lane above or the lane below. And then they will walk past the defenders that are out here, because you can also place a defender up here. And so they'll walk past them and onwards. So if there's like a single target damage dealer, say they had Silas here, and Silas was focused on these enemies, then they would just walk by while Silas is still focused on those guys. Let's keep going here. These are more overloaders. You get to send out 4 of them at a time, and I believe there's 2 opportunities to use them. So that means you get to send out 8 units at a time. So even better than the doggies, but they're not as fast as the dogs, which is like their downfall. I already talked about the Necromancer. I haven't really used the Suicide Bombers. I don't think they're worth it. You know, they don't do enough damage. Here's a defender. Absolutely use these guys. You know, if you want to just bait out ultimates and whatnot. Same goes for these defenders. They're actually pretty strong. And these guys act as overloaders. I also used these previously because they're super cheap and they send out many units. I have yet to get this guy, nor have I tried him. I do believe that this is related to Gear Raid 1, I want to say, like those types of enemies. Scalekin. I wonder... Yeah, so people grind GR1 for him, that's right. People are saying that he's good. Maybe he's, you know, up there. But good luck getting him, because you gotta grind Gear Raid 1. This girl, now I do have one of her... that arch, though. Yeah, I mean, she looks like she broke her back. Oof. I do have one of her pieces. I haven't really used her. I haven't heard good things about her, really. Counters tanks, give her a limited defense unit 6. Allies cover. Interesting, so she hides behind your allies, but then I guess she's good for taking out tanks. We'll have to see on that. Imperial Pharaoh Guard. I have not looked at this guy yet. Seems pretty basic. Tank, but mainly for magic. So, potentially good against Boreas or Comet when you need to take out an enemy. Though, they don't do enough damage. That's the problem. But yeah, guys. Oh, here's the other dogs. These other dogs also can kind of work. I do have one of my other top guys up here, Comet. I've used both this dog and the other dog on the same team to overload. These guys, decent damage dealers. They cost a lot, though, to send out. Actually, it's not too bad, but you only get to send out one at a time, so you may as well, you know, if you get this legendary guy, go for him. But if you guys enjoyed the video, let me know. I've done one before for the Demon Soldiers, but this is a brand new one. And I'll definitely see you in the next one. Peace out.